Hello and welcome back to another episode of Critical Reactions with your host Bryan. We're going to continue on with a special selection, which is where one of you tell me exactly what it is I need to check out. Today's comes at us from Bratislav. Eric Clapton and Van Morrison, This Has Gotta Stop. Alright, let's dive into this, see what's going on. Yeah, very expressive playing.
Enough is enough. I can't take this BS any longer. It's gone far enough. You wanna claim my soul? You'll have to come and break down this door. I knew that something was going on wrong when you started laying down the law. I can't move my hands. I break out in sweat. I wanna cry, can't take it anymore. This has gotta stop, enough is enough. I can't take this BS any longer. It's gone far enough. You wanna claim my soul? You'll have to come and break down this door.
Yeah, very expected chord progressions, but a nice vibe overall, and I like the ornamental guitar work. Bouncing back and forth of the two guitars is kind of nice too, creating that Hocket effect.
I can't take this BS any longer. It's gone far enough. You wanna claim my soul? You'll have to come and break down this door. Thinking of my kids.
Yeah, really nice section there.
And then what's coming down the road? The light in the tunnel could be the southbound train. Lord, please help them with the load. This has gotta stop. Enough is enough. I can't take this BS any longer. It's gone far enough. You wanna claim my soul? You'll have to come and break down this door. This has gotta stop. Enough is enough. I can't take this BS any longer. It's gone far enough. You wanna claim my soul? You'll have to come and break down this door.
Yeah, the duets actually work really well. It's tough to pull off dual solos, but oh man, love that. Utilizing the main vocal melody as a foundation for this line over here is so good. Yeah. Yeah, I can get behind that. It's not the usual music I'd listen to, but I mean, like I said, the chord progression is very iterative, very expected. Um, it rises, it adds tensions exactly where you think it's going to, exactly how you think it's going to, and it always resolves in a way that is exceptionally comforting. It's a pretty standard chord progression, but what they do on top of it is really nice. I love the actually there's just a lot of duality in here that I think is really nice. It's actually not a bad topic to jump towards then. We have the dual guitars, and they're placed left and right, and the way that they ornament ideas, neither one of them really plays lead or foundational ideas. We really just get a series of ornamental ideas, just off to the side or off to the other side, and we get just these little licks here and there, and the way that they sort of play off of each other in a quasi call and response manner is just really well done. I love it. I kind of hope that there's a little there's a part of me that hopes this is improv, that this is something they did live in the studio and they didn't go in knowing exactly what they're gonna do and they're just kind of riffing off of each other. I think that would be really awesome, but that's probably not what happens. So, like I said, just a little bit of hope within me. I think that'd be really cool because it would show just a lot of chemistry between these two people. We do get that really nice Hocket towards the end of the second verse, I think it was, where they're sort of just trading off ideas really quickly, and we're getting like two notes here, and then three notes there, and then like a note here, and then yeah, it just comes together and sort of like this bouncing melody. It sounds really great. We also have the duality of the vocals. At the beginning, we have our first lead vocalist and a backup female vocalist that I don't really think we heard much of again after this first verse. Um, she might have been present in the final chorus, maybe throughout most of the chorus too. Well, not most of it, but the other choruses as well. But I distinctly remember hearing her in the opening verse harmonizing with our vocalist. She was not in the second verse though, and she does appear in the final chorus to do a bit of harmony and more specifically vocalizations. But we do have dual vocals going on there, and there are one, two sections maybe where we have two male vocals, which I'm going to assume are Eric and Van, where they're singing with each other because they did trade off verses and then they harmonize. So we have the duality there as well, and then we also have the dual solos, which I thought was really nice. We got a little taste of it at the end of the solo section, and then we got a reprise of it in our outro. And I think it's just a very tasteful, it's not really dueling solos, it's just dual solos. They're not fighting each other for space or spotlight. They're kind of augmenting each other's solo while still doing their own thing. It's interesting to hear the dyads they create. And again, I'm going to assume this is pre-composed, but I think it would just be very awesome. I was going to say swell for some reason. It would be swell. It'd be pretty awesome if it was improvised in the studio. But yeah, just really great way of blending two solos. And like I was saying during the reaction, that is not easy to do. I mean, pre-composed, yeah. I mean, now you're just writing counterpoint, and that's something that we've been doing forever. But if it is live, to just kind of dance around each other and never really get in each other's way, uh, to always be harmonically positive. There wasn't really any dissonance there in any of the dyads we had. It's a really impressive dual solo moment, and I think it was just handled very well both times we heard it. Um, and then of course the saxophone on the left side. I think it was that one. At the end of the song was taking the core vocal melody from the chorus and utilizing it as a jumping off board for the solo that they were playing. Just a really well done moment there. And so we end up having a song that is iterative but still interesting to listen to, and I think this is a really neat thing for the channel because a lot of the time that I talk about iterative music, it's about refinement. You know, um, they're taking something that is, either has been, rough at one point in time and sanded down the rough edges, and the refinement process of making it more palatable, and removing some of the things that don't work and hyper focusing on the things that do work until it becomes a template, in which other bands can utilize and inject their style into to help expand. And now we're into more of an innovative uh, moment for that style. But this is another branch that I don't think I've brought up before. This is using an iterative format, basically a blueprint for your foundation, to create something connective above it. I'm not going to say anything in here is progressive. There's there's not really any melodic lines, harmonic lines, rhythms in here that are pushing the boundaries. But the thing is that it's highly expressive, between the vocal work, the guitar work, the rest of the instruments, the drums and bass not so much, but any of the lead instruments, our solo sections, various solo instruments, they're all very effective at utilizing iterative design, taking melodies or chord progressions and starting somewhere and going where you expect them to, and leading into things that you're expecting them to go to, and resolving in ways you're expecting them to do it. But adding that emotional connection. Every single instrument that had a lead part was expressive in a way that wasn't musically unique. What you'd actually write on paper isn't interesting, but the way that they're playing is definitely their style. The guitarist sounds like Eric Clapton playing, not because of the note choices, but because how he's using his instrument, how he's performing, how he's plucking the strings, how he's utilizing volume and swells. Um, it's just a very expressive style of music that utilizes iterative foundations as a jumping off point for unique play styles. Again, the music is all iterative. It is all stuff that's been well tread, and as far as my mind goes, nothing in here surprised me. But how it was played was very well done, and it kind of moves into that realm of classical music. You know, right? I always say that learning the music is only the first step. After that, you have to learn how to play the music right. And if you were to emulate this song and not attempt to play it just like Eric plays it, you're going to find a song that is lacking. It's not the same thing. The cover will be lesser because of it. Well, I mean, if you're going for full accuracy, anyways. If you're going for your own style, no, it won't be lacking. You're doing a completely different thing at that point. And that's where this really shines. It's not about the composition, it's about the performance. And the performance was captivating. So I think I'm going to take this moment to dive into the lyrics here, see what's going on, and we'll wrap this up. Yeah, I mean, I can get behind this song. 100%. The music is awesome. I love the little intricacies to the performance and the ornamental stuff. And the lyrics, I can get behind too. In fact, they feel just a hair bit too appropriate. Says, this has gotta stop. Enough is enough. I can't take this BS any longer. It literally says BS too. I don't think I've ever heard that in a song. To me, that's kind of bold to literally use the acronym instead of what it stands for. It's an interesting decision, but I guess Eric Clapton he's a bit family friendly, isn't he? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe that's why he chose to go that route. But definitely wants to show that he's a bit tired of what's happening. He says, it's gone far enough. If you want to claim my soul, you'll have to come and break down this door. So yeah, something is putting pressure on him. He says, you know what? That's enough. I'm at my breaking point. I'm done. That's as far as you go with this weight you're putting on me. He says, if you want to claim my soul, come and take it. So that's our chorus, and we're going to hear a lot of that. Then we get to our verse, though, and this showcases what this weight is. He says, I knew something was going wrong when you started laying down the law. I can't move my hands. I break out in sweat. I want to cry. Can't take it anymore. Yeah, I mean, I might be reading a bit too strictly into this. Laying down the law is a metaphor for putting the rules down and being strict on them. But I'm also reading it directly in line of making new law, which, I'm kind of in that situation of feeling weight put on me by recent law. It says, I can't move, I break out in sweat, and I want to cry. Yeah, it's stressful, and you feel bound and confined. There's no escape from the walls caving in. And the walls are coming in faster every day. We get to the next verse. It says, I've been around a long time, I've seen it all, and I'm used to being free. I know who I am, I try to do what's right, so lock me up and throw away the key. Yeah, okay, I can get behind that too, right? I'm used to being free. And now I feel like the law is coming down and telling me what I can and cannot do in ways that are really dumb. So it's time to fight back. I know who I am, I just want to do what's right. Yeah, I can get behind this. Yeah, this feels very appropriate to me, very timely. Even comes down to the bridge. He says, I'm thinking of my kids and what's left for them and then what's coming down the road. Yep, that's the whole point of me wanting to move. I'm trying to do what's best for my kids because I see my kid, because I see what the future lies for them, and I don't want that future. I want a different one. So, and then we get the chorus. It just keeps saying the same stuff. It's got to stop. Enough is enough. Like, yeah, this could be my anthem right now. This could be what keeps me going. As I continue my quest to leave the state. Yeah, Eric, I'm glad you got my back on this one. This is it's not an exceptionally angry song. I think some of these lines could do with a bit of grit. Maybe that's just the the anxiety and frustration I have. uh, Rock and metal tend to feel a little bit better with these topics, but you know what? I dig the musicality of the track. I'm digging the message and the lyrics. They don't really go together as well as I would like, at least emotionally. The music is a bit more lighthearted and carefree than the lyrics are aiming for, but you know what? Like I said, I dig the music. I'm digging your message. Yeah, great song. Bratislav, thank you for bringing this to my attention. This is very timely. I'm digging it. Those are my thoughts on Eric Clapton's This Has Gotta Stop. Let me know what you thought of this one. Put down in the comments if you enjoyed it, if you have your own perspective on things, anything you'd like to add on to what I said or correct me on. Above the comments in the description box, you'll find a link to Linktree. You can find my music in there, ways to support the channel, a link to the Discord server, and so much more. Above that, if you could, like, subscribe, and ring the bell. I greatly appreciate all three of those. We have a creator request coming up next. Tomorrow we have our album review, and Sunday is the live stream, live for patrons in the morning, pre-recorded for everybody else in the evening. All of that Eastern Standard Time, of course, as usual. Until next time, remember to be critical, not cynical, of the music you listen to, and have a fantastic morning, afternoon, or evening, whenever you choose to watch my videos.